Welcome to our new learning session, totally based on our first series of books about a child's lovey, Knuffle Bunny. These books are written by an award-winning author, Mo Willems, a current writer of children's literature. He writes and illustrates his own books, and these books are actually written about his daughter, whose name is Trixie, and follow her as she grows from a toddler to a young girl. The first of the books, Knuffle Bunny, is all about a trip to the laundromat, a weekly trip actually, to do their laundry. Trixie and her lovey and dad all go to the laundromat to do their weekly laundry, and the adventure ensues. Our second book, Trixie is old enough to go to preschool and is bringing Knuffle Bunny in to share with her classmates. But someone else has brought a rabbit too. Oh no. The last books, Trixie is in school and she is actually going to get to visit her grandparents who live far, far away. In fact, so far away that she and Knuffle Bunny get to take a plane ride. What trouble will Knuffle Bunny get into this time? We hope that you will sit down and listen to the books as your child um, because all of these activities that we have are actually paired with each one of the books. So the first week of activities will be based on the first book of Knuckle Bunny, the second, and the third. Well, let's take a look at the first weeks of activities. In the Knuckle Bunny book, we see the author provide little hints about Trixie's neighborhood as they take their laundry to the laundromat. These shots provide us a sense of place for where the story is actually to unfold. Our neighborhoods are where our lives unfold and where your child will grow up. One way to create that sense of space is a map, and children are fabulous at map making. It helps turn the idea in their head to a visual representation that could be shared. You will probably find as the child creates their map that some things are more prominent than others in size. And this can actually represent where it fits in their life, things that are bigger or more important. You can use markers, construction paper, crayons to make the various places that a child sees. This is a great time to ask about each object, and then if it's okay with a child, you could add the words of what those objects are. Seeing words written that match their ideas that they've drawn is very powerful. Here is a slightly different idea for you to consider. This is a map that a child drew to show how she gets to the park. I love the line showing her direction and the pictures of the landmarks, all excellent things to have in a map. And here's another map drawn by a 5-year-old and labeled by their sibling of the area around their preschool. I love a couple things. I notice how big the preschool is in relationship to the doctor's office or the hotel. My guess is both of those, the doctor's office and the hotel, are much, much bigger. But it shows how important this place is to the child. This is activity number 2. We knew if we were going to go to the laundromat that you would need coins to make the washer work. I want to remind you before you start playing with the coins that they're obviously plastic and not real, but they are still choking hazards. To make sure that you know where they are, I normally count them out as I play with them and count them as I put them back in the bag. So no little temptations end up on the floor and the couch for little ones to put in their mouth. You know, coins are so interesting. They can be stacked. They come in different sizes, actually, because they want people to be able to feel the coin size and know what the amount is. And all countries have their own coins, which are different. And if you have been to another country or come from another country, it would be great to show the differences in the coins themselves. All coins have a front and a back, and if you look very carefully, you'll see all sorts of interesting things. You can find numbers, letters, people, fruit, animals, and yeah, I'm sure your child may ask about who those people are that are on the coins. Well, countries feature important people on their coins, and U.S. coins are no different. The penny is got a picture of Abraham Lincoln, the man who set the slaves free in the U.S. The nickel is President Thomas Jefferson, one of the authors of the Declaration of Independence, which began our nation. And on the dime appears President Roosevelt, who was the president during World War II. And on our quarters is our very first president of the United States, President George Washington. Do you think that your child would be featured on a coin one day? I hope so. That would be really cool. So we have a couple of activities that are for the coins. This little game allows um, the learner to actually choose a coin and then put it with those things that are the same. So up in the right hand corner, well, actually left hand corner, they're putting all the pennies. And you can see in there are pictures of the coins both front and back to help them make sure that they're putting the right coin in the right section. Our second activity is filled with different coin sizes and things that they can actually match. They can either roll the dice and assign a number to each one of those and then put the coin over a thing, or they can just try to cover those with the coins that they have. I'm sure it will be really good fun. Activity number 3, creating a cardboard washing machine. We've included tiny little boxes in your box to make a washing machine. But if you have bigger boxes that you'd like to use and your learner wants to do that, that's great too. For the tiny boxes, just because they were so small, we cut a hole where you could actually load the laundry in the machine. When they're working on putting the details on the washing machine, think about what you're going to need from the laundromat. You're going to need a slot for the money. You're going to need dials to set the correct temperature and the right cycle. And as you know from our previous activity, they have coins, so it'd be great if they could actually push those coins through a slot into the box itself. We would love to see pictures of your laundry adventures and to kind of inspire your child and let them look at what the laundromat things does. These are some pictures of laundromat washers. For a very long time, I did laundry at the laundromat, not only when I was living at home, but after I got out. My mom would take me to the laundromat, and I would get to sort the laundry, put the coins in the machine, and even help fold socks. I love to watch the clothes through the window in the water, going in circles and floating in the water. That was very fun. Um, I wanted you to know that little ones are great at sorting laundries. They can help you put the whites in one group, the colors in another. They're able to help fold towels and socks. And if you start young, you'll have a little helper for these regular tasks in your life. Well, that's all for this week. Next week we'll be coming back for our next Knuffle Bunny book, and I'll see you then.